200 punts at a time, and that's 30 years ago. So you double it up, so 2, 4, 8, probably about 1,600 now. And I knew I'd already had one running with the local, the local county engineer. So the idea was you paid the 200, and then they inspected the road after you put it back together again. And if they deemed that you'd done the job right, you got your money back. And so not a chance of getting your money back if you didn't like it. So one night I just got a mate to come up with a narrow bucket. We took a tread straight across the road, dumped the pipe in it, buried the road back up again, and bringed the tarmac back down. And a couple of days later, this engineer was jumping up and down like a baby on top of the tarmac, demanding when I'd done it. But nothing to do with me, I wasn't even in the country. Which wasn't true, I was in the country, but, I said, I don't know what they're doing that for, mate, and, he was as mad as a hatter. I'm going to say, that's boring that everybody's moved to VHF. Where is everybody tonight, Ken?
Don't know. They seem to have disappeared.
Who was on?
Tony?
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, well, I was having my eyes done.
And my wee cat got run over last night.
I fell off over it twice today. We have a bank, and the bank is just a sheet of money. And I climbed up it using a branch which I've used for the last 12 months. But as far as I was concerned, came out of the ground and sprinkled the stuff I wanted to do up there. Came down a different way and slipped and caught my new tracksuit bottom on a nail which tore them, which Christine's repaired. When I went up the second time, I used the same twig for coming down, and it bloody thing broke. So I ended up on my box.
You never heard that saying, was it? To lose one parent is unfortunate, to lose two somewhat careless.
I nearly lost two something or others.
He'd have been like the champion barbed wire hurdler that he had his fatal accident. I don't know what's happened to my mate Cone.
So I'm still here, mate. I'm just playing around.
Yeah, Fred.
Hello?
Well done. Did you get the picture of the microphone?
Of what?
Of the microphone.
I don't know, because I haven't had a chance to look on the computer today. My mate came over and we've been inside this Mark V and had it all in bits and what have you. So I haven't had a chance to look at the computer yet.
Oh well, one day.
I'll have a look. Well, Anne will show me whatever's there.
Hello, Anne. Nice to know you're about still.
I think she's asleep at the moment.
I'm not sure. Are you sure you haven't sold it to an Arab or something?
I'm going to see if you toasted some.
Your toast has been on all this time. Your toast is toast.
Dave mentioned that. I've got some stale bread. I think I'll have some toast. bowl of soup tonight?
I've got 3 crumpets left, I think.
I've got several, but they're very old. I think they're as hard as what they are when they're toasted.
They're alright, as long as they ain't got no green stuff on them.
Oh, well, I'll have a look. They're still in the packet. Well, I've had 2, I think.
You know those vouchers you can get for, reduced price hotel stays thing?
Out-of-date stuff?
No, you can get for this, the voucher or something, and they tell you about special breaks you can get in hotels and things like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, you can get them, and we found this one for a hotel about 30 miles from here. So we went there, and there was this rather effeminate man running it, and there was a few guests that just booked in normally. There are half a dozen on these voucher things. And when we went to breakfast, if you haven't paid for the breakfast, you only get the reduced breakfast. And he was treating people like it was supposed to be to advertise your business and build it up, and he totally alienated everybody. And he handed us this porridge, and you could only call it gruel. I've never known such watery porridge in my life. And he ended up close to the hotel about 6 months later, but he was, and he advertised this menu as bar snacks and things, and then we went to order, he only had his expensive restaurant menu, and we created, and he agreed to give it to us at the other prices, but it was very much the don't tell anybody, and he was such a cheapskate.
So what did you call him, Basil?
You'd have thought so. No, he wasn't even funny, that's the trouble. He was just a nasty he was gay, but it wasn't because he was gay, but that if you can get the picture, sort of a shrewish, effeminate little fat man, and he just totally offended everybody. In fact, I was actually, at the time, thinking I could buy this place and make money after it. Paul, not with us tonight, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here. Only just here.
You're missing some scintillating conversation.
Yeah, hello, Paul.
Hello, everybody. P97JM.
Hello, Paul.
I'd ask you if you'd blown up any radio stations today, but I think the joke's starting to wear thin. Have you?
I'm just ordering bits from Farnell and radio spares and eBay to build another 1 kilowatt AM rig.
They won't like you calling them radio spares, Paul.
Well, they'll have to get used to it. They've always been radio spares with me.
I know, because they dropped that, didn't they? They called themselves RS, so it got away from...
What's going on?
So it got away from radio and television.
It's radio spares. The paddy bags that they sent, they're still the same colour, white, with lots of red logos on them.
Oh, yeah. They do deal with small orders from anybody now, I think, don't they?
Yeah, delivery's £4, €4, and it always turns up the next day. Very good. No,
Yeah,
it's the day after you order. It takes 2 days. Farnell is always next day.
Yeah, oh, crikey, that's got it. I don't know what year, but 80s, somewhere in the 80s maybe. They took our account away.
Why?
Well, they were only dealing with, they wanted to deal with big companies. Now, funnily enough, my boy, I think it was, I don't know if it was when he worked for Marconi's or somewhere else, he said they wouldn't use their ICs because there was no manufacturer's name in those days on them. And, you know, if they wanted to build something quickly, they could get it from there, but you couldn't guarantee that anybody else's IC would be exactly the same as theirs. They wanted a well-known manufacturer's IC to do experimental work with.
I wouldn't buy them off today. I'm very pleased that people have received the pictures because they are the first pictures I've actually been able to send on my phone.
You will treasure them and look upon them as a limited edition, Michael.
Well, you know, it's just, for me, it's the first. Well, Frank, any luck?
Was that to me, Mike?
Yes, I said, did you have any luck with the Mark V?
Well, I'm on it at the moment. It wouldn't work for about 2 or 3 days, but it did work for a short while this morning when my mate came, and then it stopped anyway. He showed me what he'd traced on the schematic, and when he checked 1 or 2 things himself, he said, I don't think I've been looking in the right place, and he couldn't find the proper schematic to it in his own workshop manual. He's lent it to somebody. Anyway, he asked me if I'd got the schematic, and I said yes, so he looked at that. Anyway, we decided that then the problem could be on the regulator board, so got all the covers off it, and that board wasn't too difficult to take out. Well, it was difficult enough, but we didn't have to take any other boards out. I had to undo loads of plugs and main wires to PA and all that sort of thing. But anyway, we got the board out and looked on the underside of it, and immediately we both said, well, 4 of the solder joints didn't look good. You know, they'd got the old proverbial black line around where the wire pokes through from the component side, and there was also a relay on there which had a removable cover. So we cleaned up the 4 joints, had the cover off the relay, and give that a bit of a clean up, put it all back together, and so far so good.
Well, I mean, the black rings around the solder joints are a giveaway, aren't they?
Yeah. So I just got to, well, I'm going to use it now and see what happens, and like I said, so far so good.
I had a word with the Supreme being.
And I'm going to order a relay as well, but the relay that we cleaned, I'm going to order one of those.
C. Isolated thunderstorm with local gusts expected over northern Adriatic Sea and central. 2100.
Well, good luck.
Oh, he doesn't like to be beaten anyway.
No, my wife's like that.
Do you beat her often then? Mike?
Oh dear. Yeah, that's definitely got to be the comment of the week.
Right, next.